just because we're going to sync up the audio.
Yeah.
We don't even put the cut on. So
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, first just to warm up with, so if you can just say your name and what you're called to.
My name is John, or Tall John, and I cook. I do everything, but I cook mainly.
Okay.
We all do everything, mainly.
Do you remember the first time you ever went to Nanny's in your life?
Yes, I came to Melbourne 5 years ago to go to a music festival, and my friend lived around the corner, and he brought me here, and I had a lamb burger, and it was very nice. And then I moved back to Tassie, and then a few months later I moved back and I lived with him, and from that point I started coming to Danny's maybe 3 times a week, 3-4 times a week, always for the lamb burger. I never had anything else. And then 2.5 years ago I started working here, and because I lived just around the corner, because it was so close, I needed a job.
How did you first get the job?
I was looking for a job, and I got hungry, and I walked in and there was a sign on the wall. So I handed in a CV, and I started working.
What do you do when you're not working here? Obviously, Nanny's all the time.
I do a few things. I watch a lot of movies and I watch a lot of TV. I run a home business as well. Like I build furniture and design furniture and fix things and make things, and that takes up a lot of my time. So between that and between relaxing and Danny's, it sort of fills my time out pretty well.
That's good. Now, have you noticed anything changing over your time working here? Like, or is it the same all the time?
It's pretty much the same that I've noticed in terms of the practical structure of, Danny's never changes. Danny's hasn't, not that I know of. We have a veggie burger now. I've noticed that there's a lot more burgers in Melbourne. So, sorry, I just went blank. I'll start that one again. I've noticed that there's a lot more burgers in the last few years. There's a lot more burger shops and burger places and Americana in Melbourne. So there's a lot more competition for burger people. But I don't think that that's what Danny's is about anyway. I think that Danny's is more a community thing than, strictly a trendy burger, home cut fries type of deal. And I don't think that the whole trendy food MasterChef thing is really going to affect Danny's anyway, because it never has, and it's been here for so long. So I don't know.
Yeah, so what kinds of people come into Danny's? Like, it's a pretty broad mix of clientele.
Yeah. There's a lot of different type of people. A lot of young people, a lot of old people, a lot of girls. A lot of people say, oh, there mustn't be too many girls that come in here, but there are a lot of girls that come in, and a lot of families that have intergenerational regulars that have been coming here for years. At night times there's a lot of Asian students that come in, and a lot of Greek boys that go to the gyms and that sort of thing. There's bikers. We get a lot of bikers that come in. We get a lot of cops that come in. We get footballers that come in. We get rock stars that come in, because there's a rehearsal venue just up the road. And a lot of very attractive, well-made-up boys and girls that are on their way out, and then a lot of disgusting, repulsive girls and boys on their way home. And we get a lot of hippies and a lot of old Greek men, and it's a real blend of reprobates.
Is there sort of a staff culture here that you've noticed? Like, do you all get along?
I think we all tolerate each other quite well, which is a victory in itself. There's a lot of I'd say that we're friendly. I'd say that we argue a lot, but that's fun as well, as long as we don't do it in front of people. There was always, before I started 2.5 years ago, or 2 years and 8 months, or something like that. There was a group of people that worked here for about 6 or 7 years all together. And then I came in and just as they were all leaving, and so over the last couple of years there's been a lot of people coming in and leaving and that sort of thing, and the group that we have at the moment is really good, I think, for what we have. If my answers are too long-winded, I apologise.
Oh, we'll fix it in post. So what do you enjoy about working with Danny's? Like, what things do you like about it?
I like tradition and craft and perfectionism and performing the same task over and over and over and over ad infinitum until you have it right. You know, I enjoy the fact that, you know, Danny's is like a cobbler, or a, you know, like it's an old world. Like what we provide here is no holds barred, you know, no trendy affectations, no nothing. It's just a piece of food that someone else has perfected over time. A very simple piece of food that someone's perfected, that we just give them to people that enjoy them. You know, and there's no need to suck up to this or that or the other thing. And I like that.
Do you think that's why Danny's been successful?
I think so, you know, maybe. I think it's luck, maybe. I think if Danny started today, maybe Danny's would fail within a couple of weeks, or, you know, or maybe it would keep going. But I think through luck and perseverance and skill, perhaps. Who really knows? I mean, the restaurant industry is full of people that are going out of business, and Danny's is still here for some reason. So, who knows?
And, I mean, what do you think are the worst parts of working at, and what are the parts of working at?
Oh, it's the same. I don't know if there's anything specific to working at Danny's that wouldn't be the same as working in any other hospitality venue. You know, it becomes repetitive dealing with people. It becomes exhausting. It becomes exhausting dealing with people in a pleasant way for hours and hours and hours on end. But that's a skill you learn. You know, and Danny's is one of the good things about working at Danny's that I forgot to say is that people love Danny's burgers. A large portion of the people who come here absolutely love the burger, and they'll tell you, and that's a really good thing. You know, 10, 15 times a day, that someone will tell you that you've made their day better just because they've had a Danny's burger. Whereas a lot of people come in and they're like, oh yeah, sure. Other people will come in and they'll come up and they'll shake your hand and they'll say, oh, I've been coming here for 35 years and that was probably the best burger I've ever had. You know, and that sort of stuff, that really means a lot. You know, and it links you to the tradition of this room and this burger bar that's been here for 69 years.
Right, well that's pretty positive note to end on. So yeah, thanks again for speaking to us today.
That's okay.